If I had to describe younger me in one word, it would probably be lazy. Here's why I call the paradox of lazy, ambitious people. If I spend all my time as a kid on video games, I would be considered lazy. But if I spend all my time and energy on school, I would be considered hardworking. But in both scenarios, I was equally driven and equally invested. And so people would call me lazy, and I would call me lazy. But if I could go back in time, I would say, you're not lazy. You already have the skill of consistency. You are so consistent in video games. You're really good at repeating the same actions over and over and grinding. It's just in the wrong area of life. And so I thought I was lazy, but when I frame it like this, I just had a lot of potential energy stored up that wasn't used. And that's what I view lazy, ambitious people as. I view them as a loaded gun. I just had to pull the trigger because I was already obsessive, I was already ambitious. I just needed a productive outlet, a productive task to put all the energy into. And when I did, and I pulled the trigger, I got a perfect score on my GCSEs. I grew on YouTube really quickly. I made money online. I pretty much did everything that I wanted to do as a teenager and what most teenagers want to do when they're young. And so if you're ambitious but lazy, you're already unknowingly halfway there. Let me show you how. I don't know why, but I've always been super ambitious even from a young age. Like, anyone else feel that? Like, you don't know exactly what you were going to be famous for or rich for or excellent at, but you knew that at least you didn't want to be average. And no matter who I come across, it's something that I cannot give to other people. Like, some people just want it, some people don't. Some people are big dreamers and some people aren't. In my head, I was the main character, the protagonist, the hero, whatever you want to call it. But when I looked at my actions, I was just living a normal life. So simply put, when it comes to mindset, you aren't like everyone else. But in your actions, the things that you do, you are exactly like everyone else. Your day-to-day is really normal. So I would go to school with my friends. I would go home with my friends, play video games with my friends, go to sleep, wake up, and repeat. But the thing is, when they did that and we were playing video games, they were like, oh yeah, this is really fun, there's nothing wrong with this. But in my mind, I was like, there's something more productive I could be doing with my time. And so it's the same action but different mindset. And so if you have that as well, that's the reason I say that you're already halfway to success. It's because I can't give you that. And so if you have that, you're ahead of the curve. You have the mental part down, you just need to change your actions, which regardless of what other people say, I think that's actually the easy part. And so that's to illustrate that if you're ambitious, you already have the want, you just need to figure out the do. And so here comes the problem. The more ambitious you are, I actually think the more lazy you are. Both of those things are directly correlated. And so this is because results compound over time, and we know this, right? But here's the interesting point. If you are ambitious, then the end point is way higher. It's further up because you want more. But if you bring the end point up, the runway, the flat bit, also has to increase. It's kind of like how the bigger the plane you want to take off, the longer the runway has to be. Welcome back to Whiteboard with Ruff. So the normal person only wants this level of success, right? So they have to go through a little flat bit, then they go up and they hit success. That's cool, yeah. But if you're ambitious, your success isn't just like here. Since you're ambitious, the end goal gets moved up. But because the end goal is directly proportional to the flat bit, when you move this up, the flat bit also has to increase exponentially. You need to go for a way longer period of time. Look at this. This guy's flat bit only lasted this much and then he got the result. This one's gonna last like forever, and then most of it's gonna come in the last little bit here. And so this means you have to go for a longer period of time without seeing any results. No rewards, no parades, no pats on the back. And so it gives you more time to give up. And so you have so much more time to give up, you have to go super long with no results. And so it's easy to stay lazy, which is why you are lazy. Let me give you an example to drill the point home. If I wanted 100 subscribers, the flat bit will be like this. Like 1 or 2 months, then I'll reach my 100 subscribers because it doesn't take that much time. It's a very small goal. So if it's small, plain, it will need a small runway. And if you want 10 million subscribers, well, look at all the channels with 10 million subscribers. Those take about 10 years. The higher the goal, the longer the period of no results, which is why it is so easy to stay lazy. You have more chances to fail. You have more time to second guess yourself and call it quits. So in a very real way, if you're super ambitious, your goals might be so big that they just paralyze you and you don't take action to begin with. You look at your big plane that's like the size of a skyscraper and you think, how am I gonna build a runway big enough for this guy to take off? And so you never build, and so you never take flight. And another thing is that if you're lazy but ambitious, then you're probably also like kind of intellectual, kind of logical. And so we logically know if I do an action 10 times, 20 times, and I don't see any results, I'm not going to continue doing that action. I'm not stupid, right? If I post 10 videos and I don't see anything, I'm going to stop. If I post 20 videos and I don't see anything, I'm still going to stop. We hate wasted effort because that's how humans learn. We learn through positive reinforcement. You do something, you get a reward, you do it again, you get more reward, and it repeats the cycle. And so with success and doing hard things and trying to achieve big ambitious goals, it's because when you do something, you don't see results. And so it's constant negative reinforcement. You have all these different factors working against you to make sure that you don't achieve your goal. It's just so easy to stay lazy the more ambitious you are. And so with me, my attention span was so low that I couldn't even get like a paper airplane off the ground because I couldn't stick to something for more than a week. I would make a timetable, I'd like watch a video about timetables, I'll make one, follow it for 1 day, maybe 2 days, then I'd stop. I'd study for a little bit, then I'd stop. I would post a YouTube video, then I'll go 1 month of silence without any new uploads. So it starts slower than you would ever expect, but it ends faster than you could ever imagine. Results are very similar to like a drought for the first 11 months and 20 days of the year. But then in the last 10 days of the year, it floods. So when it rains, it pours. The results happen all at the end. You just have to make it through the drought first. So the last thing I want to say is that I think that as time goes on, the amount of people who are lazy but ambitious will increase a lot. And it's all because of technology. Technology is a double-edged pocket knife. Why pocket knife? Well, because it can fit in your pocket, like your phone, technology can fit in your pocket. I was trying to be funny. Laugh now! And so technology gave me ambition by allowing me to see other people's lives, meaning I could also see their successes. If I was only surrounded by like NPCs, I would never have been ambitious. But when I can see that guy over there makes 1,000,000 times more money than me, or that kid gets the best grades I've ever seen in my life, but he's across the globe, that becomes infectious. And so that's the ambitious part. Technology also gave me laziness because it became a black hole for my time and attention. And so you put that together, and technology gives us a window into ambition, but shackles us with laziness and consumption. Bars, bro. And so I think as technology gets better with AI and becomes more widespread, the number of lazy but ambitious people will also increase. But here's the little piece of hope that I'll give you before the video ends. This means that it's never been easier to win. When I started on YouTube, all I need was a phone and Wi-Fi, which if you're watching this, you already have. It's never been easier to talk to millions of people. When I wanted to get a perfect score for my exams, all my classmates were on TikTok. I didn't even have the app downloaded. So again, it's been never easier to win. So there's this quote that it's never been easier to win, but it's also never been easier to do nothing at all. It's never been easier to sit on your ass and consume. And so this video goes out to my younger self who wanted to do things, but he just couldn't get started. I'm telling you, you're already halfway there. You just need to take action. Oh, that's not the right lighting. There we go. But if you resonated with what I said and you can't find other people who have the same ambitious mindset, they're just okay with being normal, but you're not, and you want to be around people who think like you, who look like you, who smell like you, then you can click the first or second link below. It's my free community where we talk about self-improvement, and I'm in there as well. It's completely free. So yeah, see you there. Give me a kiss. Mwah. Oh my god. Mwah.